Okay, talking about tuition, every school, every college and university has different policies. We can say that it's for international students, it's more expensive. So 2 times, 3 times, sometimes even 4 times. It's gonna vary, depend of the school, and if it's private or if it's public, can influence also in the tuition. What I would like to highlight is it's not impossible, but it's very unlikely. It's hard for international students to get a scholarship.
Okay.
So even though you see in the paper there is a possibility, we usually don't work with that because it's rare.
Okay.
So we work with the assumption that the client will have to pay for all of the tuition upfront
Exactly.
and the living costs.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, how about the living cost part?
What I can say depends, of course, on how deep is your pocket and the place you live. So what I usually say is like, okay, Vancouver is not Los Angeles and Toronto is not New York, but they are, 2 very expensive places for Canada and compared to other big cities around the world. You can have good options outside those big cities. So, and sometimes your plan is to immigrate and you are on a budget. Maybe it's better to go to a place where you're gonna pay a little bit less on rent, you're gonna pay less even on food or other stuff, even though you're not gonna have everything available as you have on those big cities.
Okay.
But you have to think on long term. So for long term, maybe go to a small city as Kelowna, for example, has a very good school, and you save some money, and when you finish school, you move to Vancouver or to another big city in Canada to work, would be a better decision. But actually, it's up to you.
Okay.
So,
But I mean, I want to also add the fact that study permit holders, as long as they are remaining as a full-time student, they can work off campus. And also during the scheduled breaks, they can work full-time, earn some income. I think although Vancouver or Toronto have very high living costs, but if they can work 20 hours a week or 40 hours a week during the scheduled break, I think they can still make some enough money to cover their rent and the transportation.
Right, yeah. So legally, for the study permit application, they need to show at least $10,000. For a year in Vancouver or Toronto, $10,000 is probably not enough to live on.
Yeah.
if the student come by his or herself.
Correct, yeah, that's the minimum for one person.
Yeah.
But the working part-time during study, that can certainly help offset costs, living costs to live in a big city if they are determined to live in a place like Vancouver or Toronto.
I think that's also puts studying in Canada a step ahead of studying in the US. I mean, obviously people will have their various reasons to choose US to study, but if they choose Canada, they have an option to work.
So it's definitely possible to change schools, change programs, etc., as long as you update IRCC online first.
Okay, so that's pretty much everything for today's video. In our next video, we'd like to talk about what students can do after they graduate, and then possible ways to get their immigration status in Canada. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay tuned. We'll see you next time.
See you guys. Hi guys, thank you very much for watching the video. If you have any questions, just send us an email in this address here and we're gonna assist you.